Welcome back, subscriber Dynasty Recruiting. This is going to be a shorter type video. We only got a few things to do. Texas got a recruit down here. I can't remember how many points we had on him, or even if we did put points on him because we have some left over, and even 700. So the first week, I like to go over here to top schools. And I like to see where we sit. And we'll just kind of start at the top here. Okay, so we're losing 30 points a week to Notre Dame. And if you don't know how the point system works, because I know there's some people that might be new to the game or never really played it because they didn't have an Xbox or whatever the case may be. But we're putting our 700 points plus 360. They're putting 700 plus the 90. So that's where the minus 30 is coming from. So we'll be fine. We just need to make sure we make it to that threshold where we don't get locked out. We'll be okay. We're not going to put a scholarship just yet. Everybody else is losing considerably more points. So we'll probably see more people drop out next week because this is the first week with points, I believe. Yes. Maybe. Maybe it's not. I can't remember. I can't remember these things. Okay, we're doing extremely well on this guy. We'll do some different stuff with him in later weeks. We'll be able to take some points off of that and put him somewhere else. But we're going to give it another week to give us more of a lead on everybody. Oh, there's nobody that needs visits. Always check your visits. Nobody's ready for any. So this guy we're good on. This guy we're still good on. We're still in the lead. We're not even putting any points in there. Basically, he's losing points. We're not putting any on it. We're still gaining points. There's no sense of putting any points on this guy at this moment in time. That could change later. You got to keep an eye on it. We're still in the lead here. We're going to leave that 700 on to, move past Virginia Tech a little bit. This guy here, we're still in the lead, and we can probably take points off of him right now. So let's take 50 off of him. That's not what I wanted to do. Let's take 50 off of him and scroll right over to here. Offer him a scholarship. This is what I do with the scholarships. And then next week, I know, okay, I have 50 points left over. It can go back on him, or it goes back into the pool at the top of the points there, and to put on somebody else because we're really far ahead on this guy. I mean, they're not going to make up 1,200 points, and there's no users on there. So they're probably not even putting points on him. Let's look at this guy here. Okay, we're still in the lead there. Clemson's climbing up in there, but we're getting a few more points than they are. Outside linebacker, we're still leading on. We just got to watch out for NC State. There's one user on there, Merck, but he looks like he's not putting any points on him either. TJ Fletcher. We're losing 340, but this comes down to what do we want to do with this? Well, 600 and still 700 points. What do we want to do with this 700 points? Do we want to try to get an extra linebacker when we got, two guys right here? Or do you want to try to put him on something else? Like, we're not putting any points on him. We're going to end up kicking this guy off our board probably. 340. Now, we do have a chance to pick up a center instead of potentially get us maybe one more linebacker with this guy, because we're going to be losing out 5 points to Texas A&M, but they still got some ground to make up. We can add points there later or do what we need to do on him. Tight end, I mean, we could put it on this guy. We'd be losing 10 points a week, but that's not anything. That'll last the whole season, and we'll still be, right up in there. The kicker, I don't think we need a kicker. Athlete, maybe. What's his stuff? 81 man coverage. He's not a receiver. He's not a secondary. He's not 8 up with speed. He's not really a good receiver. He's basically just another running back. We really don't need any running backs, so we're gonna hold off on him. I want to go back to schools. Chester Malone, we're plus 260. We're going to leave that the way it is. Van Smith, we're getting up there on that one too. So I guess what we're going to do, we're just going to pick us up a tight end. Not that we need one, but We might as well try and steal one from Alabama. We could go search for some more people, but I don't think we need to, just because we're getting the people we need to. I mean, I can't remember what we needed. Let's take a look. Quarterback, we got one. Tackle, we got lineman. Center, we got a lineman. Kicker. And we need strong safety, outside linebacker. We got 2 outside linebackers. We got a defensive tackle. We got some people we can put in the secondary. So those are okay. I don't feel like going in there and searching for people. I mean, we got all these positions covered with the people that are there. And we still have 2 tackles and an extra center and 4 guards. So we don't really need any linemen either. I mean, I've went over this stuff before with you, but and then defensive tackles, we really don't need a defensive tackle either. Like, I'm not really sure if we have 5 defensive tackles while the game decides we need another one. Like, and then we have 5 outside linebackers, and it says we need 1. Why do we need 1? We have 5 of them. I mean, I guess we're going to lose 2, so we're going to have 3. Okay. So we have 3 outside linebackers and 3 defensive tackles. I mean, but we still have 3 middle linebackers that we can put somewhere, so we really don't need either one of those. And then we do need a safety, but we have that covered. This guy here is secondary. This guy here can be secondary. This guy here is not secondary. What's this guy here? This guy's not really secondary either. They're secondary, but they're not secondary on my team because that man covers booty. And I think it was somebody else. It was this guy. This guy can be secondary. This is a safety right in my book right here. Zone coverage good. Man coverage okay for tight ends and running backs. And his tackle and stuff is not all that great, but that's okay. So let's take our points. Because I like to put points on people that I'm, pretty sure of that I have a chance to win. So this guy here, no, it's not him. This guy here. We're going to go ahead and put our full 700 on him. And then later on, we'll start to trickle in the next few weeks and put the scholarship stuff in there. You guys let me know. If you guys learning anything or, I know that I talked about, I know that in the stream the other day, some guys were saying, yeah, there's some things in there I never really thought about, So, let me know if you guys are learning anything or if you have questions on stuff. This is the best place for me to give you a visual representation of something, because the recruiting stuff like this, we're not going to have a lot just because I don't want to show you guys stuff. I can't show the recruits, because let's say, let me think of a good example here. This one here. So there's only 5 people on their board, and let's say that was closer. Let's say Merck was only 350 behind, but it's not even on his board. I mean, the Ernest wants to go. It's one of his schools to want to go to NC State. But maybe Merck hasn't found him and or not putting points on him, or we don't necessarily know that from looking at the numbers. And so I don't want to show Merck that, hey, there's this guy that you could potentially come get. That's why I don't show the recruiting, so I don't know if we'll ever have another subscriber Dynasty recruiting deal. I appreciate everybody watching. We'll see you at the next game.